dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome to What's the Damage? You all know what's coming. You already know what's coming by the title of this video. I am going to rant on Disney and the fact that they currently have 57,000 live action remakes of their old animated movies. Actually, I think it was more like 12,000? Yeah, 12,000. I think I exaggerated a bit. Anyway, guys, so here's the thing. I love Disney. I really do. You know, they represent a very, very large chunk of my childhood. You know, I grew up watching their movies. Here in Brazil, they were always dubbed, you know, but they still showed me a lot of the magic behind the animated films. Then I actually moved to the US and I started watching the movies in English and the magic was even better, you know, this and that. But basically, ever since I was a child living here in Brazil, Disney has been a part of my life, you know, and I've always been a fan. Always, never stopped. Even today, I still am, but it's like, it's not the same as it was before, and you guys might be able to imagine already, you know, because they don't really make animated films anymore. All they do now is remake them into live action films, you know? And I mean, like, at the time of recording this video, I don't even know how many movies there are, but there have been a lot. Now, Disney has been remaking their movies into live actions ever since the 60s, something like that, maybe even before. But like, they were just like, I don't know, standalone movies here and there every 10 years or so. But now it's happening like literally every year. It's I don't know, it's a niche that they're exploring now. It's become a trend. It's become normal to remake everything into live action simply because it gives them a lot of money, you know? Because like, let's face it, we're all gonna watch these live actions, you know? If you're a fan of Disney, you're going to watch these live actions whether you approve of them existing or not, you know? And it's like, I was actually very, very disappointed when Mulan, the live action of Mulan, was postponed and to be released because of the coronavirus quarantine and all that. I understand why. I'm not complaining. I know that this had to happen to help us stay in quarantine, but I was so looking forward to watching it, you know? And fun little fact for you guys, the wallpaper on my phone is actually, wouldn't you know it, the Chinese actress who plays Mulan in the live action thing, because she's beautiful, you know, and I probably shouldn't have showed that on YouTube because it is incredibly creepy. But anyways, let's just get right back into the video, guys. Since I have my phone out, here's the thing. There have been quite a few live action remakes, and I don't know when exactly you would count them as beginning. I personally count them from 2015 onward because that's when Cinderella came out, the live action Cinderella. I actually watched it with my ex. And then, since then, we have had, I'm gonna read them all to you, The Jungle Book in 2016. I'm not gonna count Alice in Wonderland because those movies suck. Beauty and the Beast in 2017 with Emma Watson. I watched it for the first time recently. It really freaking sucked. Christopher Robin. Didn't even know that was a thing. Jeez. Okay. Dumbo in 2019. Aladdin in 2019. The Lion King also in 2019. You know, which is actually supposed to be like, it was a very good movie. A lot of people really praised it, but it was also criticized for being way too similar to the original animated feature, which is normal. But from what everyone has been saying, it seems to be a literal shot-for-shot live-action remake. Which, anyway. And then we have Lady and the Tramp. I didn't even know about that. It came out last year. When did this happen? I didn't even know about that. But anyway, for those of you keeping track at home, that Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King, Lady of the Tramp, that's 4 live action remakes just in 2019. In 2019 alone, there have been 4 live action remakes, not counting Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I don't count that because it's not really technically a live action remake. There was never, well, it says that it's a remake of Sleeping Beauty, but it's not. It's Maleficent. It's like a spin-off of whatever. And yeah, so then we had just one in 2018. So here's the thing. The next movies that I'm going to tell you guys are upcoming. You know, they still haven't been released, but they're going to happen at some point this year and some are next year. So we have Mulan, which is already on the horizon. Cruella, Peter Pan and Wendy, The Little Mermaid. Why? An untitled Jungle Book sequel. Again, why? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that's not a surprise at all. Pinocchio, which is total nightmare fuel. The trailer for that thing, just the thumbnail gave me nightmares, okay? This is a bad idea all around, remaking Pinocchio. Remake whatever you want, but please don't remake Pinocchio. The Sword in the Stone, Robin Hood, an untitled Aladdin spin-off, because why not? Lilo and Stitch, oh my god, I can't imagine what the hell Stitch is gonna look like. Jesus, man. Ugh. Then we have an untitled Aladdin sequel, because why not? The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Rose Red, which has to do with Snow White, and Bambi. Wow. Bambi. Bambi. Why not remake Bambi? It's so necessary to remake it, right? I mean, there was just like, yeah, because the original movie sucked or whatever, apparently. Oh my god. But anyway, guys, that's it. You know, there are a few, the movies that I said that are upcoming are going to be coming out around 2020, 2021, you know, and possibly even later. It's because these movie studios like to tease us, right, with movies that are going to come out in like 5 years or so. And from what it says here, a possible project is a live-action Tinkerbell movie. I'm not going to watch that. A live-action Prince Charming spin-off. I'm not gonna watch that. A prequel of Aladdin titled Genies. If Will Smith is the genie again, I am definitely not gonna watch that. But anyway, yeah, that's it really. So now after I've told you guys all of these remakes, I wanna ask one question. Why? Like, I can understand that Disney is out of ideas, you know. I mean, you can only make animated movies about other people's works for so long, you know. They've done pretty much everything. So it's like, at this point, they might be thinking, how are we gonna make money, you know? So I guess they tried to make a live action, which was Cinderella. I consider Cinderella to be the first live action. Like, you could say that it started back with 102 Dalmatians, or 101 Dalmatians, back in 2000, I think. So like, and there was Maleficent in 2014, but it's not really a remake because the originals, because it doesn't even stay true to the 1959 Sleeping Beauty movie. It just deviates completely, in my opinion. So I count Disney's live action tirade beginning from 2015 Cinderella onwards. So it was a pretty okay movie, and because it was so successful, they probably thought, yeah, we might have a good thing going on here. So they started taking their movies and just remaking them, you know, getting all these actors and actresses to take part, you know, and just milking every last cent that they could. And I can understand, from a business standpoint, it's awesome. Okay, you guys are making money, you found a way to stay active, that's great, even though I don't know how you still needed more money since you bought pretty much literally everything on the planet. I mean, you're Disney, you own Marvel, you own Star Wars. I don't even want to get into the Star Wars movies. That's just that's a story for another day. That's another video for another time. But like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, you know, why you have to keep constantly remaking everything. Because some of the original animated movies were so classic and so timeless and so perfect. Like, for example, The Lion King, you know. I'm also a really big fan of Aladdin, and I love the original Little Mermaid, you know. And you guys are remaking them, and in some cases, you are ruining them. Tarzan is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and they completely butchered it with that really crappy live-action Legend of Tarzan. Have you guys seen that movie? It is horrendous. It is terrible. It is an absolute waste of time. You know, I'm not even gonna get into details with that. I don't think I'm even gonna waste time recording a review about it because it's a waste of my time just to think about it, you know? And it doesn't really make any sense, the direction they were going. Like, I guess that maybe they were trying to stay truer to the original Graystroke story or whatever, but if you're going to actually like remake your own animated movie, why not at least try to stay true to your own source material, you know? Because I get that the Disney Tarzan movie was actually based on Graystroke's story, which was completely different, okay? But when you go to remake it as a live action thing, why go all the way back to before the animated feature? Just remake the animated one. Is that too hard? Now, maybe the reason that I'm so biased and so angry is because I grew up watching the original animated ones, you know? They have a special place in my heart, you know? And seeing them being remade unnecessarily just so the company that owns them can make more money is ridiculous, you know? And like, I mean, like, not all of them are bad, you know? But some are just... I still haven't watched the live action of The Lion King, but I really do want to. I'm curious. And... I don't know. I just can't really hop on this bandwagon. Aladdin, for example, was... Okay, now we have a controversial opinion here. You got Will Smith to play the genie, okay? That was bad enough. Will Smith is not the kind of actor who would play a character that was originally voiced by Robin Williams. That makes no sense at all, you know? I don't know, at least get someone actually funny to play him, you know? Will Smith has been inactive for years now, you know? He is a shadow of the actor he used to be, you know? So it doesn't make sense to give him this kind of opportunity. I mean, you guys saw him in Suicide Squad, right? I mean, what the hell? It just doesn't make any sense. Besides, like, the trailer showed Will Smith with blue skin. That was incredibly cringy. That was just... I don't even want to get into that. And then apparently, when the actual movie came out, it was him without any kind of blue tint at all. It was just him with his skin. Now, I'm gonna try to explain this very carefully so it doesn't sound racist, but it's the same principle as Fantastic Four when they got I think it was Michael B. Jordan or another actor to play the Human Torch, or when they now want a black actress to play Ariel in The Little Mermaid, you know? They're getting all of these African-American actors and actresses, you know, and giving them more lead roles. This is awesome. This is amazing. It's really cool, except... Why are you giving African-American actors parts where the characters themselves aren't African-American? I mean, we saw the original Little Mermaid, you know? Ariel is white. She's Caucasian with blue eyes and red hair. Why in the live action is she going to be an African-American girl? Does that make any sense? Like, I realize that just saying this puts me up against a wall. Like, okay, complaining about this does make me sound a little racist, but at the same time, it's like, I know that I shouldn't make too much of a big deal out of it. It's just a movie, you know? But like, why? I don't get it. It's like, for example, why don't we do the opposite? I know that this is probably a very bad example. It's really stupid, but it's just what came to my head. What if you guys what if Hollywood decides to do a biographical drama about the life of ex-President Barack Obama, showing his journey, you know, to the presidency. But for some reason they get a white guy to play him. Would that make any sense? Well, no, it wouldn't. But then again, it's just a movie. Why would we complain? That's what I'm saying, you know? Maybe it's not the best example because it really wouldn't make sense for Obama to be played by whatever, guys. I'm just saying what comes to mind, all right? Unfiltered. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, you know? Back in the Fantastic Four remake, we had Susan Storm and the Torch, right? John, I believe. I forgot his name already. Johnny Storm, whatever. They're supposed to be siblings. But she's white, he was black. So unless one of them was adopted, there's something wrong here. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes I get that Hollywood is trying to actually be less racist and give more lead roles to African American artists, which is fine. But it doesn't really, like, it doesn't make sense when you just cram them into a movie where, like, I don't know. Maybe just this comment itself is sounding racist. If it is, I'm sorry. I'm not trying for it to come out that way. It just doesn't make sense, all right? But hey, whatever, okay, semantics. Let's just move on. I really don't appreciate that Disney is trying to make money the way they are, you know? There is no reason for them to freaking remake literally every single movie in their arsenal, all right? And some movies like, for example, Pinocchio, Dumbo, I haven't seen Dumbo yet, but just seeing the trailer made me cringe a bit, you know? Because it was one of those cartoons, like, it was one of those movies that felt like already as a cartoon, it didn't really make a lot of sense, you know? And I don't know. I really don't know, all right? Seeing certain movies as live action, like I can swallow The Lion King, you know, the Jungle Book. I can totally get behind animals talking in a live action movie. That's okay, it's a movie. But when you make a movie with an elephant with ears bigger than his body who can fly through the air and all of that, then you start to ask for too much in terms of suspension of disbelief, you know? Pinocchio, I'm not even gonna get into that. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, go check it out, you know? Jesus, I mean, it's nightmare fuel, the damn thing. Like, I don't even know, I think that at this point, the live action Pinocchio scares me more than Chucky, you know? And that's saying something. It just doesn't make any sense at all. But I really don't think that there's any reason for them to keep remaking everything. Mulan, I am legitimately curious about because I love Asian women. And that Chinese actress playing the lead role, oh my god. Never mind that. But anyway, I'll be down to watch Mulan, you know, it's all good. I can't remember if I even went to the cinema to see any live action Disney movies, did I? Besides Cinderella. I honestly can't remember. The last movie that I saw in theaters was Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I really can't remember. But whatever. Any live actions that I watch, I'll review for you guys, and you know, you can tell me in the comments what you think and all of that. Sorry if I'm starting to seem a little out of it. It's because I kind of have a bit of a cold. My nose is runny, and in between takes, I'm sneezing, you know, all over the place. So sometimes it may cloud my judgment a bit. But anyway, I promise I don't have the coronavirus. Okay, it's just a little cold. It might be the dust in my house I gotta clean up. Anyway, I think I've ranted for too long now, you know, and honestly, to me, it's hard to swallow all of these damn remakes all over the place, you know. I think that it's okay having the original feature films, but I am curious about some of them. So, hey, I'm gonna keep complaining, but I'm also gonna keep watching them, you know. I guess I'm just a hypocrite, I don't know. So, certain movies I am curious to watch that they're remaking. Lady and the Tramp, I wasn't even aware of that. I really enjoyed Lady and the Tramp, the original, because I love dogs, you know, so... And I think, oh, come on! Man, this is annoying. So anyway, I really enjoyed it a lot, you know. So I think that watching the live action would be cool, even though it might be a little cringy to see, you know, dogs and humans talking together, all of that, I don't know. At least with 101 Dalmatians, they made the animals not talk, so it made a little bit more sense. But okay, guys, I think I'm done for now. I'm gonna go, you know, freaking blow my nose and wash my face and record another video for you guys. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. I think I'm just hungry. Might have that yakisoba my neighbor brought for me. So that's it, guys, okay? Hey, feel free to debate in the comments. Give me your opinions on this, you know, what you guys think about all of these live actions, okay? And be on the lookout in the future for reviews as I watch them, you know. And many I definitely won't like, but others I probably will like, you know. I think I'm gonna stay very far away from Aladdin, though. That's not gonna be happening anytime soon. So anyway, this is Chazzy signing out for now. As always, I will see you guys immediately in the next video. Oh my god.